Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. This video is going to be talking about NPCs, otherwise known as people that have no souls. And this is something I've been wanting to talk about for a while, mainly because it's sort of like a political thing, but I don't really like talking about politics that much, so I tend to focus more on the side of like the psychological aspect of things. And this is one of those topics that it really gets me psyched because I look at some of these people and they're just so fucking crazy. They're so insane and they're so retarded that they genuinely, I can't even believe that that's a real human being, right? Because it's sort of like a separation of retardation and human consciousness. Basically, irrational thinking and common sense. But in my definition, an NPC, if we're using it in the context of the real world, basically is somebody that has no opinions, they have no original thoughts, and they don't think. All they do is react. They also tend to have the average intelligence comparable to that of Brick from Anchorman, basically mentally retarded. Now let me be clear, I'm just talking about people in general. I'm not talking about any kind of political standing whatsoever, because you can hold really any kind of politics and still be a conscious human being. I mean, I've heard plenty of cases of people that were on the left for many years that moved over to the right just recently, and they usually tend to mention things like opening the third eye and having a spiritual awakening and seeing through the fog. Politics has almost nothing to do with being an NPC, aside from the fact that most of them tend to be on the left. And I don't even really know if I can say most of them. I think it's really just about all of them are on the left. I think that the left really pushes ideals that are just stupid enough for these people to understand. But again, it has almost nothing to do with politics, because if you're a conscious, free-thinking human being who is capable of creating their own thoughts and their own opinions, it means that they have the ability to choose common sense. And back to what I said about the low intelligence, have you ever seen these people read? Like, have you seen them going up on a podium trying to read a script or something, or they're making a TikTok talking about how they saw an ice raid and it was really scary? You notice how they read and they talk on the same level as a fourth grader?
Charlie Kirk being here.
I think he's an idiot.
If you could say one thing to Charlie Kirk, what would it be?
I wish that he would stop.
Stop what?
Everything.
Just shut it down.
Yes.
Just not come to any campuses.
Correct. I don't want to look at him. I don't want to hear about him ever again.
So, how are things,
Okay. This is very unusual.
Yes, definitely. Quite cool, Here I am on the screen, and here you are. You're right there.
Over here, yeah.
What is the two-spirited people?
In the indigenous community, they are, I don't want to get into semantics, but I know that the fact is that there has always been trans people.
And they're not just idiots, they're also completely insane, like maniacs. These people have absolutely no mental stability, and they're usually unhinged in almost every single way.
Immediately reprimanding instead of listening and understanding. If you're offended by people's lived experiences, you're the problem.
Yeah, you're a fucking crazy person. Dude, she actually thought that sounded super tight. Wow, holy crap, congratulations, you just rhymed 2 words together. I'm sorry, I'm just curious. What sane, normal thinking human being is actually gonna agree with somebody that acts like this? I mean, look how fucking crazy her eyes are. She literally looks like a maniac. But what I think her appearance reflects the most is a sad liberal white woman who has rejected pretty much every priority that a woman should have. No kids, because her body, her choice. No man, because she deserves better, and she has motherly instincts that she's not using. Therefore, she has to care for something. First it was black people, and then it was defunding the police, then it turned into getting rid of guns completely, and then it became immigration, and now it's ICE. I mean, realistically, I don't think this has anything to do with politics. I think it's just a huge case of mass hysteria. And I bring it back to the pet beaver example, because when a wild animal is held in captivity, its natural instincts are rendered useless, and it becomes so confused to the point where it's doing things that make no sense, at least within the context of a human world. But when a liberal administration takes over the United States and basically says, you guys can do anything you want no matter what, as long as you're not white, everybody goes fucking insane, because you have women saying, wait, we don't have to have children, we can just abort the child. You have black and Hispanic people saying that all white people are evil and that they're being oppressed, and you could say literally anything to or about a white person no matter what and it's okay. You have foreigners from other countries that are literally just being let in just because. Hey, yeah, fuck it. You guys want to come over here? Come on, fuck it. Get in here. We need you. We want you in here. No, no, you don't need to sign any documents. You can just come on in. No ID needed. You don't need to speak English. Just come on in. And that if a child says that they're confused about their gender, they could basically just go in one appointment and get their genitals chopped off. Now, I must ask, has anybody been surprised by this point that the country has gone so crazy? There's no structure. There's no system. Much like a wild animal going insane in captivity, nobody has any idea what the fuck to do anymore. The children can't read because they're learning about gender studies in school. All the women are turning into lesbians because they rejected being wives and mothers. And men are getting married and having kids because of everything I just mentioned. And lastly, the people that have woken up to this information are going to be the last ones to drown on a sinking ship. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. I hope this wasn't too political because in my opinion, I really don't like politics that much. But of course, there are things that I care about that I'm going to inevitably talk about at any point. So anyway, if you guys did enjoy this video, if you took something from it, then let me know what you think. And if you have your own thoughts and opinions, then leave them in the comments below. I do actually have another video coming out that is definitely on the political side, probably a bit more than this one, that will be coming out at some point soon, and it has something to do with people who are very light complected. But anyway guys, thanks so much for listening, and I hope you guys have a great day.
Never call me anti-Batman, never post me fashion to get me them attention. On my way, him to knock me that I'm gay, and me scream 30 boy, and me look the other way. When me say I never jogger, never run them on, that it's man doesn't wanna. Cover 3 and covered in sleeves, for me not difficult to please, but to that this man is bad for them boys, he is the breed. By my chat, but to come, batty boy with the body of a little bitty carry toy. Killers, I say man, never nothing to me twice, fuck, felt like I did never take advantage of me. You know,